Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Continuing with the 31 Days of Horror, this time I'm here to do a recap of Chucky Season 2, Episode 1. Obviously, with spoilers. So, obviously, last year I went on ahead. I decided to do just a whole series recap, all 8 episode series recap of last year when Chucky came out last year. Obviously, all with spoilers. I also did a live stream with Jen and Christian from Jen's Reviews of the Grade. Grade, we all talked about what they loved about this last season of Chucky. This time for the 31 Days of Horror, I'm actually going to do episode recaps. Obviously, all going to be spoilers in them. I might also do a live stream with Jen and Christian as well if they're willing to do it. I'll probably send a message to see if they want to do another live stream with me before, because I always have fun with those guys. So obviously the way the episode begins, we see Andy, he's still in the truck with Tiffany in her doll form. Yes, Tiffany is back in her doll form. She has a gun on with all the good guy dolls possessed by Chucky that we saw in the previous episodes of season 1. Now, Andy eventually he is able to disarm Tiffany, shoots at her where her head gets cut off. We see all the Chucky dolls, and one Chucky doll doesn't have any hair, which I thought was pretty funny, and they all rag on him. But Andy eventually decides to drive the truck over a ravine, and they dash into the river, taking all the Chucky dolls with them. And that's basically what we see in the beginning of the episode. Next, we get a 6-month time jump where we see Andy is now living in Salem, New Jersey with his foster brother, Gary. They are dressing up as Batman and Robin when they eventually get in contact with Devin. They're having a good conversation, and Devin wants to know how come he has in contact with them because they haven't talked to each other since they had their one kind of final reunion before Jake moved out of the Hackensack. While they're talking to each other, they get these weird phone calls, and the person asks Jake, "Have you seen Tamara?" Which will give you the Strangers vibes because that's basically what they did when they talked to those couples. They ask, "Is Tamara home?" Chucky eventually FaceTimes both Jake and Devin as he's at Lexi's house. They see her younger sister Caroline. She's there. He pretends he's a trick-or-treater because it is Halloween. Of all places for this to take place is Halloween night. She lets the guy in. They get scared because they think Lexi's in danger, and they eventually call the cops. Later on, we get to see Lexi and Caroline along with their mother, Michelle. They're at the psychiatrist. Obviously, Caroline now has a fear of dolls, so the way the psychiatrist decides to help poor Caroline is to give her a Bride of Chucky doll. Wow, I had to pull that one out of the hat. A Bride of Chucky doll looks just like the Bride of Chucky doll from Bride of Chucky, but this one is called Belle. This leads to Lexi calling Devin and Jake. They all three reunite, and we all get them back together. They know that Chucky is still after with them. They are fearful. They're fearful that something bad is going to happen with the Belle doll. So they go in there and check in the room, and they see that Caroline is sleeping with Belle. Looks like she's getting over her fears of dolls. Unfortunately, Chucky has his own plans. As the boys decide to get ready to leave, next thing you know, they see, what's this? It's Gary with Chucky on him, and he actually has a bomb. Oh no! We get to see Chucky doing his favorite one-liners, and he had this elaborate plan where he would eventually going to kill himself along with Jake, Devin, and Lexi, just waiting for Lexi to come downstairs while Lexi's powdering her nose, so to speak, powdering her nose. She comes down the steps. This distracts Chucky, where Devin decides to use his stun gun on him. Unfortunately, Gary thinks this is all fun, so eventually he takes the bomb, goes into the kitchen, and unfortunately, Chucky gets there and explodes the bomb, killing poor Gary. Oh no. So now, Jake, Devin, and Lexi, they're back at the psychiatrist with some man reprimanding them because, unfortunately, Gary, he's died. They're no longer with their foster family. They had to decide to do something with them. So they decide they're going to ship them off to a boarding school for troubled juveniles. Obviously, they all agree that the dolls must have survived the crash with Andy, and they know that Chucky will find them and try to get in contact with them or do whatever he wants to do. And they're there at this nice Catholic school for troubled youths. And that's basically how the episode ends with, unfortunately, another delivery with sort of looks like a good guy size package. So we know Chucky is there at the school. And that's how the episode ends. I'm glad how the series has picked this off back up right where it's left off. As usual, really don't get that much of Chucky in this episode. We actually do get more of Devin and Jake and how their relationship has explored more. They're not really hesitant as they were last season. You can see that these two guys really love each other. It's nice to see that. Lexi is another problem. Obviously, she has her own issues as well as because she's now into snorting her pills. Obviously, we're going to see where that's going to go. Obviously, with the events that took place with Gary losing his life, that might have some effect on Jake. It might cause a strain on his relationship with Devin as well. It's going to be interesting to see how that all interplays. Obviously, we have not been introduced to any new characters that's going to be here. I am interested into seeing that psychiatrist because I think that she has nefarious motives. Why she has that bell doll that looks just like the Bride of Chucky, and why she sent them there. I think she has nefarious motives. I think when she might have a secret too that might get revealed. But then again, I could be wrong. But I'm just speculating. And so that's basically it for the first episode of Chucky season 2. I'm pretty sure this has got off to a great bang, and I'm pretty sure based upon the trailers that we've seen, I'm pretty sure we're looking forward to see how Chucky is at a Catholic school. So there you have it. That's my review for today. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it really helps out with that YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember that horror rules. And I see you in my next video. I'm out.